Hello, everyone. I'm Sister Anna Marie, and I am the lead delegate for the Synod on Synodality going on in the Archdiocese and going on all over the church. I recently attended the continental stage of the Synod, which was held in Prague. There were delegates from all over Europe that participated and spoke together about what is going to be happening in the upcoming October session of the Synod in Rome. Also from Scotland were Bishop Brian McGee, the Bishop of the Diocese of Argyll and the Isles, Father Jerry McGuinness, who is the Secretary for the Bishops' Conference of Scotland, and June Clooney. June is from the Diocese of Paisley. Each delegation, which represented a bishops' conference from a country in Europe, was able to give a summary of what happened in their country or their area in the diocesan phase of the Synod and how that was fed back into the national level. So we got to hear from 39 national delegations, and the meeting also included small group discussions according to language and individual contributions from people who were attending. So as we were listening, the concerns and the questions of so many different people were very respectfully brought forward, but also the awareness of the various sufferings that the faithful are experiencing in the church in Europe. Obviously, the conflict in Ukraine got a central focus during the meeting. There was a real time of fraternity and communion. I came away from this meeting in Prague with a better understanding of why Pope Francis has asked us to think about synodality, which essentially means listening. So it's about how do we as a church learn to listen better to one another at every level. So from what I gathered and from my experience in Prague, I can say that we have to hear one another before we can offer solutions to the many complex problems and questions that people are facing. We also have to listen to the Lord and beg the Holy Spirit to guide the church in these confusing and difficult times. And it's in this posture of listening, like Our Lady, that we can recognize the voice of God and his will for us, and then we can move forward together in hope, of course, with our Eucharistic Lord as our light in the darkness. This gives me an opportunity to thank Archbishop Cushley for the initiative of having holy hours in preparation for the Synod in Rome, and also so that the work that we've done so far can bear fruit in the Archdiocese. Many of you know that the Archbishop has asked us to come and pray with him for the guidance of the Holy Spirit in our Archdiocese. And as I was in Prague and listening to so many contributions, I was very mindful and grateful for that experience of praying with the Archbishop in preparation for these meetings, and so that what the Holy Spirit is asking of us and what Pope Francis is guiding us into can really bear fruit for the church. In October in Rome, all the bishops will attend the month-long synodal meeting. And of course, there will be other people who are invited to that meeting. We don't know who yet. In our Archdiocese, we'll have another Holy Hour on March 12th at the Gillis Center, and that's at 6 p.m. It's an hour before the Blessed Sacrament, praying with Archbishop Cushley to pray for courage and for joy in our mission, to pray for the success of the Synod, and also that we truly take into our hearts the desire to listen, and that we put that into practice with one another and in prayer. I'm delighted to continue the work of the Synod in the Archdiocese and to find ways of helping other people to truly listen to one another, and in listening to come to a fruitful understanding of how we are being asked to do the Lord's work here in Scotland.